Hi, soul family. Okay, we're doing our reading here today in my studio because it's too hot outside, and today I don't want to be disturbed with outside. Even though I love the animal messengers that we get, I don't want to be disturbed with outside voices. All right, so what we're gonna do is you guys are gonna choose. I have quite a few decks, but since it's a weekly reading, I think that'll be okay. We're going to choose from 4 items. And I do want to clarify something. I'm going to talk to you guys about that, about something I said. I just want to make sure that it's understood. Sometimes things aren't understood. And I listened to, was it yesterday's reading? I listened to it again, and I'm listening to myself, and I'm thinking, okay, you know what you're thinking, but they don't know what you're thinking. So some of the things that I said, I didn't fully explain, and maybe at the time I didn't feel like I should, but I need to. I do need to. So I'll talk to you about that. So what we're going to choose from, we're going to choose from the prayer plant with the butterfly chimes. We're going to choose from the Cherokee warrior. We're going to choose from my daughter's orchids. It's her anniversary today, so those are her orchids. I'm taking them to her. And we're going to choose from shoot for the stars. Even if you miss, you will land. Shoot for the moon. Why did I say shoot for the stars? There's a reason for that. Shoot for the stars. Shoot for the moon. And even if you miss, you'll land amongst the stars. This is a really cool painted box. Follow your dreams. My best friend in Wisconsin gave this to me. I have learned that if one advances confidently in the direction of his dreams and endeavors to live the life which he has imagined, he will meet with success. Isn't that what yesterday's reading said? In unexpected, in common hours. So think about this again. If one advances confidently in the direction of his or her dreams, not his family, not his best friend, his or hers, and endeavors to live the life which they have imagined, they will meet with a success unexpected in common hours. And Spirit says, if we follow our path, our soul's path, and we are living our authentic true self, we will have success. They will bring it to us. Hi. I left the door open for her today, so just open a crack so that she didn't have to torture us. What, honey? Are you okay? What's wrong? Come here. What's wrong? She looks a little bit off. Are you okay? You okay? She seemed a little off. All right, so those are your 4 items. So what shall I have you look at? I don't know what I shall have you look at. I guess I'll have you just look up at our Cherokee warrior. Oops, sorry. You didn't see anything there, did you? I'll have you look up at our Cherokee warrior. Because I don't know what else I can have you look up at. What, honey? What's wrong? What's wrong, Lily? What? You know, I see Lily a lot in my dreams. And actually, I don't see Lily. I see who Lily's supposed to be, and I wonder, who is Lily, right? But, oh, she's looking for her dry food. I'm out of dry food. That's why. She's used to having dry food down that she pretends that she doesn't eat. She pretends she doesn't eat it. But when I'm not looking, she does eat it. So I've run out of dry food, and I've been giving them wet food, which she's been refusing. And that means that she's got no dry food that she can snack on when I'm not looking. Because in all reality, that's what she's supposed to have. You want something else? I'll give you something else. Come here. I know. Come here, Lily. Lily. Come here. Here you go. Elijah's going to come running, I'm sure. Come here. Okay, so what I wanted to talk to you about, are you guys seeing anything exciting there? Not really, but come here, baby. What I wanted to talk to you about is I said that I was going to be reading in a different way, and I am. Hi, chicken. Here comes my big boy. I said that I didn't want to be doing Zodiac, and I'm not. And I wanted to stay away from the whole tarot concept of prediction. But I needed to clarify. There's nothing wrong with the tarot cards. The cards are just tools. What I was saying is I'm a spiritual teacher. I'm a channel, and Spirit guides me, and my intuition picks up what Spirit's trying to show me. There are very fine tarot readers that are intuitives. the thing that is a crutch for the tarot is because it's more predictive, people want to know, when will this happen? What is he saying? What is she saying? What is she doing? What is she feeling? And they, and they will say as well, don't plan your life according to what a tarot card reader is going to tell you. Unfortunately, a lot of people do. So, here, Lily, come here. You can sit next to him and eat, for God's sake. They can't even eat in the same spot. Anyone can learn how to read tarot cards, but to be an intuitive and to be connected to spirit, to the light, is different. That's not something that's just something, you have that. We all have that ability, and you can fine tune it, but there's a difference. It's like you can study a manual and learn how to read cards, right? But as far as your intuition goes, that's something that you really have to work at. That's a skill, and that's a gift. So there's a tarot card reader that I have watched, and I watched her this morning after I thought about this, and I like the way she reads. Now, the reason it's kind of cool with the tarot cards is because, like the Knight of Swords, when you learn how to read the tarot, the Knight of Swords has a personality, right? And you can be, if you're the Knight of Swords in the upright, you're one way. If you're the Knight of Swords in reverse, you're another way. But also, there's many, many different tarot card decks that have different artist renditions of what they look like, so they can appear differently. And because an intuitive reads the pictures or whatever they pick up intuitively, that would change their perception of what that particular Knight of Swords means, right? So the Knight of Swords is going to be somebody who's very firm, cuts through the bullshit, speaks very truthfully, not emotional, more analytical, business. And like a Knight of Wands, which would be fiery, that would be aggressive, determined, outgoing, persevering, you know what I mean? But one deck may show the knight doing one thing, or the king or whatever, and another deck may be showing them doing something else. So when you get that card, you're going to look at that card and you're going to read, I would anyway, an intuitive, see, that's the difference. An intuitive would read the card according to what it looks like to them and how it strikes them. It's not always the same. A Knight of Swords isn't always the same. It doesn't always mean the same thing. You can have, like the other day when I was reading, I don't know if you guys recall, I kept hearing, I am Aquarius. I am Aquarius. And I'm like, what? Who is Aquarius? And I thought to myself, okay. And I listened for a while, and what I got for my information, the way Spirit was coming to me, for me to understand it, was an Aquarius. And I thought, and then in the next breath, I heard Queen of Swords, and that is an air sign, right? And so the Queen of Swords would be in the Aquarius line. And I thought, and what I understood from it was I was either being told, I was connecting with someone that they were saying to me, I am Aquarius, I am coming from that personality right now. But it's my message. So I was being the Queen of Swords. I was acting like the Queen of Swords. And the Queen of Swords comes across very stern, right? And sometimes that's very important, but sometimes it's a little too much. And that's what I was finding was happening when I was getting too much of the other influence coming in that was leaching into me, was anger was coming out, right? That was the Queen of Swords. So I didn't want to be the Queen of Swords. Definitely wouldn't want to be the Queen of Swords upright. I mean, reversed. But even upright, sometimes she's very stern. She's not going to be a loving mother, right? Remember, we'd rather be the healthy apple. We were looking at what to drink, the water, right? One side I had it said healthy Sedona, healthy, and there was an apple on the front. And then the other we were looking at was the mother in the natural apple cider vinegar. And I said, we wouldn't want to be that mother, right? The acidic tongue mother. So it was helpful to me because I thought, ooh, that's what was going on. It was getting too personal. It was coming across, I was coming across like the Queen of Swords. I am the Queen of Swords. And another thing is, at that particular, And at that particular moment, I was the Queen of Swords. And it doesn't necessarily mean that it was wrong altogether. It just meant that there was a time, there was a place, and at that moment, I was the Queen of Swords. I am Aquarius. Also, if you think about Aquarius, and I said I didn't want to go into zodiac, but my father is an Aquarius. And you have generalizations of the zodiac signs, right? So it depends on what's going on at the moment and how it strikes you intuitively for what it will mean. Because even an intuitive channel, I'll look at a card and I'll read it, but I won't read it the way another person reads it. It's up to you to decide whether this resonates with you. So there's nothing wrong with tarot. There's nothing wrong with tarot readers. I just don't want to be giving, saying this is going to happen to all Aries. This is going to happen to all, because that's not possible. That's why I like doing the pick a card or the pick a bundles, because you intuitively are choosing for whatever reason your higher self wants you to choose it. You're choosing what your higher self knows is a message that's important for you. And everything that comes intuitively out from spirit, from the messages from spirit, are information, guidance. And it doesn't mean you can't get guidance from a tarot card reader. You can. You just are going to be not getting me to say, this is going to happen to all Aries. This is going to happen next month. This is going to happen to you. That because it's changeable. Right now, and I always say to my clients, right now, I'm reading the energy. I'm reading the energy. That's what I'm getting. I'm picking up on the energy. And I'm picking up on what Spirit's telling you need to know. So tomorrow, you could completely change your mind. I could get my message and change my mind. I've decided that I've heard things in a different perspective, and so now I'm going to completely go in a different direction. Wow, well, that wasn't what was predicted for me. But, well, you didn't say it. You said that this was going to happen. I'm not saying anything, and I'm not promising you anything either. I'm saying this is guidance that Spirit's giving to you, and I'm intuitive, and I know I am. I know I'm connected, and that things come up. But I can't predict that every single person is, every Aries, every Aquarius is going to have this in their life. And that's the scenario. That's the scary part. That's the part where you can get yourself into trouble. And I've had it happen myself. So that's why I didn't want to do that. I don't know if I've made anything more confusing or if I've clarified things a little bit. I hope I have. So, because I like reading pictures. I get messages that way, through the pictures. I see different things, and that's why I always like decks that have a lot of detail. And an intuitive person won't read it the same every time. You'll see things different because your higher self is telling you what to bring out. Now, how Spirit does use us is, and why it was beneficial for me when I was speaking about my own life, was that whatever I'm experiencing in my life, Spirit knows that. And they know that whatever gets put down in front of me, I'm going to look at that through the lens of my life, through my experience, through what I'm feeling and what I'm going through at that time. We all do. We all look at everything through the lens of our life, of our past experiences, of what might be happening, because that's where our mind is thinking at that time. Now, we may have an experience that completely changes our feelings on something, and so then the next time you were to go look at that particular card, you would feel completely different about it, right? So that's why I like the intuitive, and I don't want to do it all zodiac. I want to do it where you guys are picking the message for yourself. It's the most important way that way. That's the clearest way we can do it. And it's still only guidance. It's not a sure guarantee, and you don't guarantee anybody. Because we all have free will, and people change their mind all the time. We have that right. Okay, so have you guys decided what you want? And ask yourself why you've chosen what you've chosen. I'm going to look for myself and see why I have chosen what I like. So we're looking at this. I mean, there's a lot to look at here. The color purple is very high spiritual color. The natural woven basket. I love the prayer plant. Do you know they close up at night like prayer hands? That's why they call them prayer plants. And the butterfly. Transformation and love. And it's an alert too. It wakes you up. Like it makes you notice it, right? And then the warrior. This is beautiful. my daughter and her husband got me that for, I don't know if it was for my birthday, if it was for Christmas, I don't remember, but it's beautiful. Cherokee warrior. And underneath it, it says, don't waste too much of today on yesterday. And then we have that gorgeous orchid. So funny, they always use little hair clips to hold them up. That's interesting. So something that is useful for one thing can be used for something completely different, and it looks cute, right? Good idea. But it doesn't matter where I see orchids. They always have that in there, so I think that's cool. All right, so here we go. And we're going to start at, what are we at? 1546. Sorry, the reflection in here is a little wonky. So at 1546, the first pile, I haven't chosen for myself. Oh, I know what, okay, I know what I want. Okay, first pile. And this is the Universal Love Deck. Guardian. Okay, I find this really interesting because we have the Guardian standing right behind her. And I'm noticing that her chakras are all lit up. They're activated. There's an activation coming from back here towards her. So I'm going to read this a bunch of different ways. You feel like you're alone. You might feel like you're alone, but you're not. You have a secret protector behind you. So you can step out of the shadows. You don't have to be afraid. Half of your body is in the shadows, but you're coming out. You're trying to trust. You're trying to expose yourself. You're trying to show yourself for who you truly are. And you can be safe doing that because you're completely encompassed with the wings of this guardian that stands behind you. You want to be your authentic, true self. You're feeling the energy moving between you and that one that stands behind you. Who is that one that stands behind you? Is that an ancestor? Are you connecting with your ancestors? Is that your soulmate? Is that an angel that you're working with? What comes to your mind? I'm looking at the colors are there. The colors are very, well, there's a lot of self-worth. Worthy. I'm capable. There's a lot of passion in here as well. I can't help but notice that her sexual centers are very, very, they're vibrating. She's vibrating. She's completely electrified by that guardian that stands by. So creativity, sexual energy. You might feel that you are completely exposed, that people can see everything that's going on, that, you know, if you walk into a room and you feel like they're going to know, everyone's going to know. If something has happened, if you're feeling a certain way, if you've done something, you think everybody knows, they'll be able to tell. I've had that feeling before. You know, I'm not going to be, I wish I could not have, I asked about getting non-glare glasses and it's like another $100, so I'm getting them done, but so that doesn't happen because it's really frustrating for me that when I look up, all I see is that glare. So you may feel like everybody knows what's going on. I'm completely exposed. I'm humiliated. Oh my God, everybody will know, they'll be able to tell. Everybody's so busy worrying about themselves that they're not focusing on you. They really aren't. Everybody is really truthfully worried about themselves. Another feeling is, even in amongst other people, you feel alone. I feel there's a song, I can't think of what it's called, but the person is saying that I fill my house with a bunch of other people, and you know, everyone wants to kick it with me, everyone wants to hang with me, but no matter where I go, I'm still alone. Because they won't allow themselves to open up. They've shut themselves down. Like half of her is completely missing over here. So Spirit wants you to know that you aren't by yourself and you don't have to feel exposed. There's a difference between opening yourself up and being open and vulnerable in a healthy way than feeling like you're exposed, right? That's uncomfortable. But Spirit wants you to know that Don't ever feel like you're completely alone, because you really truly are never alone. We always can talk to Spirit. We can always call upon them. So Spirit wants you to feel this energy coming and wrapping around you. Imagine those wings wrapping around you as a shield, shielding you. So you can kind of, you can kind of like peek out like this, right? You're looking out like that. Half of her is like this. So you're safe to come out. You're shielded here. You are protected. Spirit wants you to know that. They want you to know that they're coming to guide you. If you have been feeling lost, if you've been feeling uncertain about which direction to go, I really like this message actually, because I've had this feeling and it gets confusing, and we do connect, right? We clear our chakras, we balance, we connect with our higher self, and we ask, and still there's confusion, because there's confusion sometimes because it's not, maybe what we want is not just about us. There's other people involved. So, and if we don't have clarity on something, there's confusion. We don't know, we'll make a decision. I kept getting from Spirit yesterday, make a decision. You have a choice, make a decision. And I said, I can't make a decision. I can't make a decision because I don't know the truth. I don't know if I'm understanding this correctly. So I can't make an honest decision. I need to have clarity on that. So what's happening here is Spirit is saying, we are going to illuminate your path. We are going to illuminate your path. We're going to bring you, this is the illumination coming. We're going to bring you clarity. And they want you to know that it's safe to go forward. They're saying the path is clear. What's interesting is the fact that she's all lit up here. I was sitting at my desk earlier, and I can't remember if it was a song or if it was something that came on the radio, but my whole body got chills, and I knew it was for me. I knew it was for me, and it stayed and persisted. It didn't go away. And I knew, okay, that's for me. So then I asked Spirit a specific question, and I forgot I'd asked it, and that's the way you manifest it. I forgot that I'd asked it, and about 5 minutes later, somebody made a comment on one of my posts, and I'm like, oh my gosh, that's my answer, like super clear. And then an hour later, somebody made the same comment, but the way they did it and the order that they did it, that was, before, I'm sorry, the first one did, right? And then I said, because this is what we do, we second guess ourselves, right? Then I said to myself, is that what I asked though? Is that how I asked it? Or did I ask, like, say if it was a yes, it'll be this. If it was a no, it'll be this, right? And I'm like, oh my gosh, that's my answer. And then I thought, wait a minute, was that my answer if it was a no? Or was that my answer? I want to know if that's a yes. And then I was doing something else, and then an hour later, the exact same thing. And I'm like, okay, there's my answer. It was very clear. That's how Spirit does it. We ask them for clarity on and we have to be specific. Don't be vague. Because if we are vague, then our answer will be vague. We have to be very, very specific. So Spirit's telling me, you need to make a choice. Well, if I don't have all of the information in front of me, how can I make a choice? Well, because we are also we're also co-creators, right? And even if somebody else is connected to our choice, if we are aligned with that person or meant to be with that person, we can affect that situation by our choice. And we have to also be very careful when we make choices. And especially when Spirit says, this is something that, this is going to affect a lot of people. And you may not realize that at this moment, but you need to make a choice. And once you do, you set the energy into motion, right? It starts moving in that direction. And and we have free will. That's why I'm saying, here's your message, right? You get this message. And say it's talking about something, a choice of one or the other, right? And you think, okay, and who knows what goes on in your day. Now, this is why we want to communicate with Spirit. This is why we want to ask Spirit, okay, I'm trying to get clarity on this. I want to make the right choice for what reason? Why do you want to make the right choice? I want to make the right choice that honors my soul's path. I want to make the right choice that's going to make me feel fulfilled and happy, and all the different things that I was looking for is involved in why I want to make the right choice concerning this decision. So please guide me. You know what and do you know? Because Spirit can stand next to us and behind us, but if we don't ask them to get involved, they can't. They cannot cross our boundaries. We have free will choice. So we have to get as clear, crystal clear as we possibly can. And then you could say to yourself, okay, but this is my life, and I know what I would do, but I don't know what's going on in the other person's life. So that you could say, all right, well, in the perfect world, if this was the case, and I had a choice between this and this, I would choose this. That's what I want. So that's what you say. So then you say to Spirit, this is what I'm looking for, this is what I want, this is how I feel, that or something better. And then you kind of let it go, right? And then you wait for your clarification to come, and then you start getting guidance that you can understand, and then you can make the appropriate choices. Because there is no wrong path. You may choose to go, like if I had a choice, and it was going to affect my life. It didn't mean that it was going to be bad. It just meant that if I chose that way, my life was going to go in that direction, and it was going to change the outcome. And a lot of times we may not realize that. So when Spirit says to us, right now, we're letting you know, this is something that you have to really pay attention to, because it's going to affect not only yourself, but the lives of others for a very long time. So go into meditation, get quiet, ask yourself what it is that you're truly looking for, and then wait for your confirmation that comes in a multitude of ways, right? Animal messengers are my favorite. Songs come up, yes, but we can read the songs wrong. We can read the songs according to what we feel. Just like if I'm not careful and I don't say correct for neutrality when I do these readings and ask for Spirit to take me personally out of it so that I don't affect the interpretation of these cards, then it changes the outcome. Do you know what I'm saying? So, and that's why it's interesting to have the way Spirit uses us. We all have a different way of delivery. And I was listening to that tarot card reader. Her name is Elise. Elise, that's my daughter's name. And I knew of her because she wrote to me, and she says, I like the way you read. You know, when you talk before, it's interesting. So then I went to her page to listen to her, and I listened to her today. And it was funny because she had the oracle card or whatever, and then she had a tarot card, which she would clarify with, right? This comes out as the Queen of Swords, this means this comes out as the Knight of Wands, this means this, the page means, you're the Fool. Aries is generally the Fool, which means, we're adventurous, we take the leap of faith easily, where another sign may be a little bit more hesitant. And then she goes, that's the way it would be according to that. She goes, but intuitively, she goes, I'm not reading that right now. She goes, when I look at this, intuitively, this is how I feel. And she goes, and that's just the way, she goes, I read better that way. And I said, I like that. I like that. Because then we're tapping into Spirit. That you don't learn in a class. That is a gift. That is somebody who is connected to their higher self and Spirit, and they're listening to their intuition. That I like. So that's the first message. Okay. Second message. Embrace the dark. This is interesting. Now, this can be read so many different ways. How can I do this so that it's not reflective there? You see this one in the front, dressed in dark. She looks like a vampire, right? Long dark hair. She looks like a witch. And then you see way down there in the back a little fairy, and she's all lit up. The sun is all around her, and everywhere she's walked, she's left a trail of moon dust, and this is a full moon. And you see right here, there's another little fairy watching over her here. And I feel, embrace the dark. So, it's interesting. Before I look at the embrace the dark, I was going to read it a different way, so I'm going to read it a bunch of ways, because it depends on how it relates to you. What I see here is, the moon talks about secrets. It talks about dreams, it talks about intuition, connecting with the feminine energy, but it also talks about secrets. And in this forest, at night, you've got two different styles or types of people here. You've got this cold, bloodless, vampiric energy, and then you've got this bright light that, if you follow that bright light, you'll be shown the way to go. If you follow the light, shine your light and lead us home. You may be getting this through your dreams. This one is fleeing the forest because she's been exposed. The moon has come through, and illuminated this secret, and it has exposed her for who she is. And she's being escorted out of the forest by this little fairy. They're watching to make sure that she knows. We know what you've done. We know who you are. We know the spells that you've been casting in the binding. We know the lies and the manipulation that you have done. We know. There's no hiding it. Nothing remains hidden when the moon comes out to illuminate it. And the moon didn't come alone. The moon came out with the sun. The sun lights up all of the shadows. Nothing can remain hidden when the sun shows up. With the moon, there can be secrets. She's safe at night. Remember, the moon that comes out at night is what I heard. The moon like a brother that comes out at night. And when the moons come out at night, there's a lot that can be hidden at night. Even if there is a full moon, yes, some things can be seen, but there's a lot of shadow. There's a lot of gray area when the moon is up. But when the sun comes, it illuminates everything. There's no hiding when the sun comes. So she has lit up things in the dark. And that's what I've been getting. In my dreams, I've had things illuminated. And also in the daytime, through our different messages, exposing who was doing what. And this one knows it. They know they've been exposed. So they're going to leave. I get a good message from this. That no matter what they try to do under the shadow of darkness, they will not be successful. Spirit will light and illuminate the path and allow it to be seen. Nothing that you do when working with darkness will be successful. And anything that you do, even if you do feel you've been successful in achieving something, you will reap the karma. Because look at this. Where you have run from, where you've done something down there. She's done something back there. And she's fleeing. But look it. It's on her skirt. And they're saying, everywhere you go, you won't be able to get away from that. You're carrying that. You're tainted. What you have done, your karma will follow you. And it might be, the message is that you may have done something. And you got away with it, you think. But always in the back of your mind, you're going to wonder, did somebody see me? What if they find out? Or maybe somebody does know, and you're wondering, always worrying, what if they tell? What if they tell? Best to come clean than to try and hide your secrets. Now, there's another message. It says embrace the dark. So don't be afraid. I would say don't be afraid of the dark. The darkness. You're safe in the dark places. I know that this particular deck wants to tell a different story for this message. Because but I'm going to do it differently because I'm looking at it differently. This could be two aspects of the same person. Your dark side and your light. You're seeing yourself inherently this way because of maybe past deeds. Not recognizing that you still have the light within you. But I don't feel that so much. I don't feel that that's the duality of the dark and the light. I really, truly, honestly feel that for all intents and purposes, for this particular message, the way I'm feeling today, is that someone has done something and they've tried to hide it. They've tried to stay hidden. They've tried to be in the dark because they didn't want anyone to know. As long as I hide, as long as I don't say anything, no one will know what I've done or what's happened. But we already know. And that's interesting. Because in this particular card, we're saying, will they know? And in this particular sense, the Spirit's saying, no, you're protected. But in this is because everyone makes mistakes, right? Everyone makes mistakes. So in this situation, you've gone through a difficult time, and you're feeling like, I can't ever show my face again because everyone's going to know. You carry it around like a big scarlet letter on your back. I did that for years. That's a different situation. This is somebody who has worked through they're not the same person. You know, I'm not who I was yesterday. This is a different situation. This is somebody who is who is manipulating, lying, deceiving, has done something and is hiding. They don't want anyone to know. They're remaining in the shadows, in the dark. This is a cold-hearted bitch or man. No blood, no feeling. This is vampiric energy. This is someone who is manipulating, using their gifts. And Spirit saying, you have been found out. You have been found out. They're trying to get away with something. But they're watched everywhere they go. There's one there. So if the question is, are they going to be exposed? Yes. They already have been, actually. That's the message. That's what I'm saying. I see the world through eyes of love and acceptance. All is well in my world. It's looking into a little fish tank. I see the world through eyes of love and acceptance. All is well in my world. I am loved and accepted exactly as I am, right here and right now. I am. I am. Two of the most important words, because everything you say after I am is huge. I am abundant. I am prosperous. I am, and also if you say something negative about yourself, I am, you know, if you say something negative, cancel, clear, delete. I am loved exactly, loved and accepted exactly as I am, right here and right now. This is really good for this person. Okay, so this is interesting, the way this has come out, because this person is feeling exposed and bad and awful, and Spirit saying, no, maybe this person has been taken advantage of. This person has been exposed by somebody else in a horrible way, or left feeling exposed, or naked or vulnerable, left feeling unsafe by this one. By this one. And Spirit saying, we've got your back. You stick to your spiritual path, clear your chakras, get yourself balanced, connect to your spiritual energy, feel us with you. This one will be exposed. She's already been exposed. Don't worry about it. Let us handle this. You don't worry. You just worry about yourself, and you recognize that as far as we're concerned, you are loved exactly and accepted exactly as you are, right here, right now. And what's interesting now is the anger comes up again. You've got yourself walled in with anger. You don't want to look at anyone. You don't want to talk to anyone. You're being stubborn. You don't want anybody to see you. I feel like I'm in prison because of her. I want to get out and feel free. While perhaps justified, your anger blocks the solution. Anger is fear calling out for love. So what are you afraid of? Get to the heart of the matter. Communicate clearly. Okay, so if you have an issue with what's going on here, this has made you feel unworthy. This has made you feel embarrassed. This has shamed you. This has made you feel exposed by this person, whoever this one represents. I'm angry, but I'm not communicating that. It's festering. I need to communicate it clearly. I'm never good enough. I never do it the right way. I'm not accepted. It's not okay for me to choose differently than you. Clearly, this person has a different way of looking at things than this person. It makes me angry that I can't do what I want to do. Yes, you can. You can communicate clearly. And also, if you're angry about something, if you're upset about something, and you don't communicate it, how can it be solved? How can anyone help? Somebody could be looking like the bad guy, right? You see this person as the bad guy, and you're the good guy, because of your perception, the way you understand things. But whenever I see communicate clearly, first thing I think of is there's been a misunderstanding. Something's been either miscommunicated, somebody doesn't know something. Because the moon is showing here. There's something that's not known. There's something that's hidden. There's something hidden here. There's something hidden, secrets here. Underneath this hat here. It's frustrating because I don't know what the hell's going on. I'm angry. that everything has come to a stop. I can't move forward. I don't know what to do because everything is so freaking in the shadows. There's too many secrets. Secrets are not healthy. Spirit's saying to communicate whatever it is that you're feeling. If you're upset about something, why are you upset about it? Communicate that so that that can be understood. Maybe something can be cleared up. Maybe it's not this way. Maybe it doesn't look, maybe it's not what you think. Maybe you've painted this horrible picture. I did. I saw things and I got so angry. I thought this person, this mother's hurting him and I'm mad at her. And then I realized later, I see all different things and I realized, you know what? He did something wrong. He did something wrong and his mother's trying to help him, right? So you can look at a situation and read it wrong because of the information that you're given. And then when things come to light, you know, it's really not fair to be, that's why don't judge anyone until you know, but it's kind of hard when you're, you know, in the midst of something, you're trying to make decisions and choices and it affects people in your life or you. So communication is the biggest thing. You can avoid all kinds of angry feelings and hurt feelings by communicating so that everybody understands the truth of the situation. And what else? You can take them all separately, all those messages separately. It's time for you to communicate clearly. That'll help you. Yes, it's true. You absolutely are justified to have anger. Absolutely. After everything that happened and that you've been put through, absolutely. And you know what? You can say that. You know, it's not okay what you did to me. It's not okay. I don't accept this. And I love myself. I accept myself. I don't need your approval. So I'm going to let you know that, and I'm going to feel safe standing up for myself because I've got spirit behind me, and I'm going to love myself and be who I am, and I'm going to remove myself from this dark energy, and I'm going to go towards the light. I don't want secrets in my life. All of that. Okay. At 41 minutes and 53 seconds, wow, these are going to be long, we go to the Indian warrior. There's not going to be any transformation if we don't speak the truth, if we don't communicate clearly. There will be no transformation. We have the ability to have all this happen. Go to spirit in prayer and ask for guidance. Go to your higher self. This is very spiritual. Spiritual colors. You want to tap into your higher self. And prayer is very, very powerful. Prayer can help if people are angry, calm the situation down. My intention is to go in with a peaceful energy. I would like to transform this situation into something different. I forgot that I didn't give any messages for the reason we would choose these. Be your own natural self. All right, so now we have our Native American. You see this person, very stern face. He's got the big sword. That's a spear, man. I could do some hard damage. But then he's also got a peace pipe. So somebody may come across as the King of Swords or the Queen of Swords because you don't see their expression, and maybe they have something, they speak in a very firm, some people don't have a lot of facial expressions and don't have a lot of inflection in their voice. It doesn't necessarily mean that they're mean people, right? My cat, Lily, when she talks, it's annoying when she speaks. She's got this voice that sounds like she's mad. I always thought she was like, what? I thought that's how she was mad at me. That's just how she talks. And then Liger, he's this big cat, and he's got this little tiny voice. And he's a giant, you know. So don't judge a book by its cover is what I'm getting. I'm also getting that we always want to come from a place of peace. But we have to know that it's important that we defend ourselves. And that we stand in our integrity. And that we are ready to defend our position. I'm ready to, I will stand firm, and I will not back down when it comes to my spiritual path. I know who I am. I'm proud of who I am. I won't be changing for you. Peace can come to this situation when we agree to disagree. That's what I'm getting. Okay. The mystic. So this would be the magician. So the first thing that comes to mind is you have the ability to bring about anything that you want. You have the ability to change the situation. You have the ability to manifest whatever it is that you want to bring into your life at this time. If you connect to your highest self, you have the tools. We all have the tools, our life experience. We have the ability to go to prayer, to go to the ancestors, to go to the animal messengers. And if we listen authentically to our true self, these are all tools that we have that we can use. So tap into your tools in order to manifest what it is that you wish. Spirit wants you to pay attention to what's coming from inside, because maybe you've been overriding your instincts. You've been pushing them away. And you may get an idea and you may feel something, and then somebody will talk you out of it. And you're like, okay, I was wrong. No, you just ask for clarification. Spirit wants you to trust the gut feelings that you get. And the next time you get a feeling about that, go with it. And if you feel like if you get a chill, I mean, I'm sorry, when you get chills, that you can't fake that. So, and if you get a warm flush, to me, that's always a negative. It's like, oh, it means I'm in trouble. I've done something wrong. That's not good for me. This is going to be bad news. That's a hot flush. When I get chills, this is for you. This is absolutely your message. This is for you. We all know butterflies. Butterflies can, you know the difference between when you feel nervous and when you feel excitement, right? When you just have a feeling that even though you can't explain it logically, Spirit wants you to go with it. Use all of these abilities in your life. And especially over the next few days, Spirit says that they're going to be giving you intuitive nudges in ways that they understand that you will react. See, that's the thing. Spirit knows how I think. Spirit knows what's going on in my life and what is on my mind. Spirit knows what I worry about. Spirit knows what my buttons are that get pushed, right? So if this happens, if I see that, they know what I'm going to think. So, but it's so interesting how, if I could explain to you how my head works, I'm sure a man's going, yeah, I wish I could understand that. It's amazing to me how I can't logically explain it. I can't verbalize how I am able to put certain things together that help me understand what I just saw. And I'm thinking about 2 nights ago what I watched in my dreams. And I was upset with what I watched. And then I talked myself out of it. And then Spirit brought me probably, I don't know, I can't tell you how many, 4 or 5 different messages in the forms of newsflash, a radio song, somebody's just words, and then, I don't know, I looked up outside, and I was having a shower today, and I heard this cheeping, and I looked up. No, I didn't hear the cheeping. At first I didn't. I saw a movement, and I looked up outside. I put it on my page. I thought I saw a lizard. Okay, now the lizard represents a male to me. I saw the lizard, and I said, wow, if look how high he got. And what I was thinking at first was, when you think something is impossible, think again, because he climbed all the way to the top. But then I looked, and it wasn't a lizard. It was a baby bird that was in the nest. And I thought, oh my God, there's a nest in there. And then the mom came, and then the dad came. So what I first saw was giving me a message. And then I saw that there was the mom and dad, and I thought, oh my God, because what I got the other night in my dream was, it was talking about a wallflower. It was talking about birds. There's a bird that's a wallflower, and then there's a bird that's out running around all over the place. And it was talking to me about the birds, what they were. So something that I thought, first of all, was a lizard, which would represent the male, actually was a bird, which represented a female to me. But then sometimes birds represent talking, communication as well. So there's so many, I can't even, I'm probably making it more confusing. But I have to listen to it, and then I have to just kind of let it go, because it keeps coming, right? And Spirit will get it, and if it's not understandable, you don't act on it. If you don't understand it, you leave it. Don't kill yourself. My friend Sandy and I, we're both like detectives. We try and figure it out, and it drives us nuts. So you let it go. That's just getting too complicated. So you let it go until Spirit brings something back, and then it clarifies. But you have to pay attention. So over the next few days, Spirit's saying specifically, they're going to be bringing you information, and they want you to trust it. Focused and then act. So then here she is. That's the Queen of Swords. There she is. And there's the full moon. And that black horse has been illuminated by the full moon. And now you need to make a decision. I'm coming at you like a dark horse. And I thought that that was representing a man, but it wasn't. For my case, it's a woman. I'm coming at you like a dark horse, and it was this person. So that dark horse has been illuminated. And so now this sword is out. And the sword comes forward, sometimes meaning I'm going to expose you. I'm going to say something, because it's about words. It's about intellect, and it's about words. So she's looking. She's got a mask on her face, but it's not a mask. She's wearing armor. She's got protection. She's got protection over her third eye, so they can't get in and mess with her third eye. She's got her ear chakras protected as well. And she's got the sword of truth, and it's activated. She's ready. She's prepared. So you're coming at me like a dark horse? I already know about you. I've seen you. I'm watching you. You think that you're spying on me, but I'm watching you. I know who you are. I'm protected. You can send your birds. See this black crow right here? You can send your little birds to whisper and drop little, never underestimate the power of planting a seed. Somebody that is intelligent, they're not going to straight out tell you something that they know that you're going to argue. You're not going to believe that. But what they're going to do is they're going to drop a seed of doubt. They're going to put just a couple little words. Just, just so that you have this little thought going in. Also, this means internet communication or texting or gossip, birds. And it's coming at you like a dark horse. So hold your sword of truth up so you can cut through the illusion and see the truth behind the matter. The moon is illuminating it. You're going to connect with your intuition. You're going to connect with your highest self. That's a full moon. So to me, there's a message coming for this next full moon. Something is going to be completely illuminated. You're going to have to focus, and then you're going to have to act. You're going to be making a decision, and then you're going to have to act. Now, we're going to take this black horse, and we're going to remove the black horse from a negative, and we're going to talk about the black horse as your partner. I'm coming on the full moon. I am protecting you. We will move forward. Look at this. This is forward movement. This is strong. This is powerful. You are not going to be seen. The moon may illuminate the pathway so that you're seen, but we're going to safely shield you so that and you will have the sword of truth in front of you. You will be protected. You will be alerted by your animal messengers as to when to move, how to move. You are protected along the way. Speak your truth. Hold the sword of truth. Cut away what no longer serves you. And you're protected as you go. Your path will be illuminated, but we will shield you. I like that. I like that a lot. So your path is illuminated, but you are protected and shielded from whoever might do you harm. So for you, in a different way, she's also dressed in blue, which is the color of truth and speech. It's also Archangel Michael's color. And because she's got the sword, Archangel Michael is the one that comes forward to help us cut cords. From the past, I'm coming at you like a dark horse. This is karmic energy from the past coming forward, and I'm cutting that off. I don't want anything to do with that. Archangel Michael is protecting me. I am shielded myself. I know how to protect myself. I know how to trust my higher self, and I know how to tell the difference between a true and a karmic soulmate and a karmic lesson. I don't need to keep learning this lesson. I'm going to cut that off. It's been illuminated. I don't need that in my life. I'm moving forward in truth. What else? What number is that? 12? 12. The 12 horsemen of the apocalypse. So I feel as though something big is happening. And the horseman is a protector. That sword of truth is so bright. And look at how active. That's a magic sword. That magic sword is going to make you disappear. They won't even see you. Not behind the shielding of the black horse. And the bird's going to fly ahead and let you know that your path is safe. And they'll call out a warning if there's anything that you need to know. So here's another message. For you not to be worried or freaked out about anything going on, if you're concerned about something in your life, trust that Spirit will call out the message and warn you. They will also protect you and shield you, and if necessary, carry you. And they will give you this magic sword. You are protected. You are safe. Because there's something right now that you need to manifest or you're trying to do. And you don't want to be staying in the daydreams. You know, a lot of people are great for daydreams, but they never get going. You need to have both. You need to have this horse moving forward. You need to speak, and you need to focus and then act. You need to do something. That horse's mane is flying. You know, you can put your head up to spirit and pray and ask for spirit, this prayer plant, right? I want this to happen, but if you don't do anything, it's not going to happen. You have to focus, you have to act, you have to move forward, and it might feel scary. It might feel that way. But right now, Spirit's saying, this is not the time for you to remain passive. This is passive-aggressive behavior is not working. Right now, there needs to be action. This looks all very urgent. This is a time to get prepared and move forward. This isn't about overanalyzing and making list after list. This is about acting on on the knowledge that you have been given. Whatever it is that you need to do to take the next steps forward. I'm going to do it this way. Belief. Well, now you are, look at you, biting your nails, right? This is what Spirit wants you to do. But this is you, biting your nails. I want this. Look at the love hanging by that chain. I want this. I want this. There's been healing. There's love and passion. Something. I want this. But I'm freaking sitting here thinking about it. I could be daydreaming about someone. I love this person, but I don't say anything. So you need to act. Does this belief limit me or empower me? If you're ready for change, you must update and embrace only those beliefs that support your true heart's desires. Am I telling myself I can't? Because clearly you can. You're not doing it alone, right? Whatever it is. Am I feeling negative about myself? Look at the difference between somebody sitting here biting their nails and this person. That person's ready. That person knows that they have help, that they're not alone, that they are equipped, that they are safe to speak their truth and move forward and act. And they know they can slice through old ties. They can slice through any tangles and anything that's tying them down or holding them back. They can slice right through it. Look at the power in this message. This person's just sitting there doing nothing, biting their fingernails. That's all I can see in this card is biting your nails. I'm worrying. Why are you expecting the worst? The joy I find in my career is reflected in my overall happiness. I have unlimited potential. Only good lies before me. It's not going to fall apart. It's not going to be a disaster. You are equipped. If you have any problems, you can slice through them. You can work on it. You can ask your animal messengers for help. You can ask for illumination. You can go to Spirit in prayer. Focus on the joy. What it is, this is what I love. Whatever this is about career. So the joy I find in my career is reflected in my overall happiness. Don't focus on the dark. Focus on the light. There are things about my career that bothered me. My work was, if I focused on what was going on in my work, and I went to sleep that night, and I was talking to Spirit, and I said, you know, that makes me really sad because just 2 days ago, I was loving what I do. God, I love my work. I felt so good. And now because of these other people, these ones coming in, pretending to be other people and trying to get information out of me and plant these seeds, and it ruined it for me. And all of the negative stuff, and I thought, you know what? It's because I gave them my energy. So cut away the cords that they wrap around you. Say, I refuse to focus on that. I'm going to focus on the joy. I'm going to focus on the fact that I am connected. I know how connected I am. I get messages very clearly, and I can help people, and it makes me feel good to help somebody. So focus on the joy. And recognize it's going to move forward. I don't have to sit here and stress and worry, oh my God, what if that happens? You know what? Where attention goes, energy flows. So put your attention on the good. Whatever, just dating for now. Okay. Now I'm looking at something else that's making me laugh. Oh my God, she's like ready to go forward like full bore. Look at her. She's like freaking Joan of Arc. She's gone that horse and she's like, I'm ready to go. I'm pawing at the ground. I don't know what oh my God. I just wanted, can we just date for now? Because shit, I don't know. I'm nervous. I mean, we haven't even seen each other, right? Blah, blah, blah. Just dating for now. Looking at that. So you slow your horses down. You don't have to be worried because you know what? What you're imagining is wrong. You're thinking that that's what she wants or he wants, but that's what they want. Nobody wants to jump into something they're not comfortable with, and they certainly don't want somebody else that isn't comfortable in the situation. So focus on the joy. We're supposed to live one day at a time and move forward. So just dating for now. Now, if you were asked, if this is you wondering if this person likes me, does this person like me, or I don't know. I don't think they like me. Just dating for now. How serious is this guy? I get this all the time from people. Is he going to ask me to marry him? Is my boyfriend going to ask me to move in? Well, right now, they're just going to be focusing on dating. They want to get to know you, and as you guys go along. So many people get hung up on a label, right? So it's just dating for now. So that's your message. That's your sign. All right. At 1 hour and 40 minutes in, we go to the orchid, which is a hothouse flower. And notice how it's wrapped. It's protected until I can get it to my daughters. So we need to treat ourselves like a hothouse flower. We deserve that tender care. Look how beautiful it is. You have to be very careful with orchids. You don't give them a lot of water, right? You give them a little bit at a time, which is, that's the same thing. A little at a time, give of yourself, express yourself a little at a time, care for yourself, pamper yourself, baby yourself, keep yourself in the right conditions for you, and you will grow and you will be beautiful. But if you put this outside, it would die. If you put it in a cold, cold room, it would die. It has to be in the right conditions. It's a hothouse flower. It's precious. So somebody in your life may be like a hothouse flower. They're delicate, they're fragile, and they need tender care. Are you ready to deal with that? They are somebody that needs special treatment. Okay? Heaven on earth. There's a song called that, isn't it? Well, that's beautiful. That card, first of all, the colors of it are gorgeous. I feel like heaven. I mean, I'm looking at that. I'm looking at the same color, hot pink. And I was talking about a person that might be, is a hothouse flower. This is somebody that requires a gentle touch. This is somebody who requires special care. Are you ready for that? If they make me feel like heaven on earth, absolutely. Heaven on earth. We all want to be there, because we're not living our lives for when we die and go to, people talk about, oh, heaven, when you're up in heaven and everything is beautiful and you'll be with your family and everything is great. And we're not in heaven. We're living here now. So we want to do what we can do to make sure that what we're living is heaven on earth at this time. What can we do to bring heaven on earth into our life? There might be you might have created a disturbing situation within your own life. You might have created that by your thoughts, by mistaken impressions, by your actions, by your beliefs, or you've given your power. You've given your power. You are a gentle hothouse flower. You need to be treated with respect and with care. You require special treatment. As a super sensitive, we require special treatment. When people are not awake, and they aren't aware of what we require, and we've allowed ourselves to be in a situation with people that don't understand our needs, we are abusing ourselves. We require the ability we have to go away and recharge. We can't be around toxic energy. You can't put this hothouse flower out in the hot desert. It'll fry. You can't put that hothouse flower in the freezing. It'll be cold. They need to have the perfect temperature for you. So you have created a situation for yourself by either allowing somebody, putting yourself in an environment that is toxic for you, like Merlin. Other fish would be fine but his water is toxic. His environment is toxic. So this is what we want to have, but at this time, there's something that's bothering you. You've given your power away to somebody or something. And it can be transformed so that you can have heaven on earth. You are required to do something about that because you have given your power away. You are in control of your life, regardless of what you think. It could be that you're thinking negative thoughts. You're focusing on the negative. You're choosing to remunerate and go over and over and over and over the past and the negative thoughts. And by doing so, you're creating hell on earth. We want to create heaven on earth, so we want to focus on the positive. Send the love and light to the situation. We can affect change in a positive way. We can either sit there in that place and I hate it here, I hate it here, I hate it here, I hate it here, I hate them. This never going to change. They're never going to be any different. No, they're not. Not especially when you're doing that, because you're sending. Not only are you now taking all of their negative energy, but you're amping it up and you're sending it back, and you're keeping that situation going. You are stoking the fire. So a lot of times, if somebody invites you to a pity party or to they want a guilt trip, they want you to go on a guilt trip with them, all you have to do is not attend. You don't have to attend and go on a guilt trip. I'm sorry, I'm not going on that guilt trip. Okay. Like my friend Randall, I said, do you ever get mad at anybody? And he would say, there's no reason to. If somebody's nasty to me, he goes, it's not my problem, it's their problem. He goes, I'm not going to apologize because I haven't done anything wrong, but I'm not going to let it affect me. If they want to go ahead and be mad, be mad. That's their issue. They need to deal with that. But if you take it on, then you're somehow saying that you're to blame. And you're not. So if somebody wants to go around being nasty and they're polluting your environment, well, then you need to make changes and get yourself out of that environment. At least shut your bedroom door and don't take it on and don't allow yourself to feel guilty, because you've given your power away. You've allowed someone else to make you feel. Nobody can make you feel anything. You have chosen that. So Spirit says, focus on the light, send love and light into the situation, and then let go of it. You can visualize yourself. If we had Archangel Mike. I'm just looking at the sword. I'm thinking about the Queen of Swords. Cut cords. Cut cords. Visualize that. Visualize. This is a beautiful visualization tool. Visualize yourself having that sword. Ah, there. Visualize that sword. And anybody that comes against you, all you have to do is just touch them with it. And it's gone. You know what you can do with this sword? You can just touch them, and it's like a frozen what is that called? Electromagnetic force field. You can imagine all kinds of things. And when you imagine that, then it's just like when we do our own shield of protection, right? I'm going to touch that sword to my crown, and I am completely sealed in here, safe. And they are not going to get to me. And anything that they try and come against me, I'm going to hold that sword. I'm going to go up and down my body, around like this. I've done that. I've gone like this, around, and I imagine it going around faster and faster and faster and faster. And not only is it cutting off and slicing, it's literally like a laser going through everything, but it pulls to it. Anything that's toxic, it pulls anything to it, and as soon as it touches it, it's gone. So visualize that. Visualize that happening. Don't plug into their negativity. If you focus on the positive, and you talk about the positive, and you think about the positive, and you look at the positive, and you look at beautiful things, you can, I keep going back to video games. I'm watching somebody play the most vicious, gory video games. That's not helping you. You do understand that that's hurting your energy. I'm watching people being killed and blown up, and I know that most of the video games are that. But you know what? Then you need to stop. If you can't find a video game that is not violent and aggressive like that, you need to stop. That is not a way for you to get your anger out. You're feeding that anger. You're feeding that, and it's kind of almost like people will act out their aggression in a video game because they feel trapped in their own personal lives. But you're not facing your personal life. You're living in a dream world, and you're killing the bad guys, imagining them to be other people, or you're going into a dream world. You're not living in reality. I keep thinking about those games. They're bad. They're negative, negative, negative. And music, you sit there and you listen. I've heard people, teenagers always go through that, where they have that really hard, heavy, angry music, because they go through that angry period. But if you sit there and you pump that into your head, you don't think that's affecting you? Think about happy, positive things. Sing and listen to happy, positive music. Go places that are up. As soon as I finish this, I'm going to Old Town, Temecula. I'm going to walk around. There's music. There's lights. I'm going to go somewhere happy because it's positive. I want that energy around me. I don't have to wait for somebody else to come with me. If I had to wait for somebody to go with me, I'd never go anywhere because I don't have anyone. So I'm going to take myself, instead of saying, I don't have anybody to do anything with. I've got nobody to go. I never go anywhere. Well, why don't you go anywhere, Sherry? Go. When you get there, you'll have fun. So do that. Change your story. Be without malice. This one is hurt. This one is cloaked and angry because they've been hurt. And because they've been hurt, they're lashing out and they're trying to protect themselves. And they think the whole world's coming after them to get them. They're going to hurt me. I have to stay hidden away like this because if I don't, I'm going to get hurt. I know, I've been out there before and it's hurt me before. Okay, and you don't think that's pulling that negative energy to you? Look at the dirt on her hands. She looks like she has leprosy. Be without malice. Be without malice. That's hateful. That looks like an angry, infected witch. So at this time, yes, somebody has made you feel dirty. And they've disrespected you. They've made you feel less than, like you don't matter, like you don't count. They've either betrayed you and you want to freaking rip their heads off. They've betrayed you or they've made you feel awful. They've let you down. Disrespected, disappointed, let down. How could you do this to me? You were my best friend. You were my family. I went to the mat for you. I took a bullet for you. How could you do this to me after all this time? And I'm talking to you and I'm telling you and pouring my heart out to you. And all this time you were the one? All this time you were the one that was doing all of this, that was interfering? Yep, she was. What are you going to do with that? Are you going to let that person's actions destroy your moonlight? I never thought I'd let a rumor ruin my moonlight. This one, who told a rumor, who spread a rumor, a lie, in the moonlight, and stole your moonlight away. The only way it can steal your moonlight now that you know, is if you continue to hold on to that anger. You need to release that because that's feeding into that person's energy. Of course, you're going to feel that way. At first, you're going to want to slice them up. Of course, you're angry. You've got to allow yourself to feel it, but you don't want to stay in a place like that. You don't want to hold that in. You don't want it to see how she looks like she's got leprosy? It's eating her up. She's got so much anger. It's eating her up inside, or him. It's like a festering wound. That's not helping you, and it's not hurting them, right? It's just making the situation worse. So acknowledge what it is, and then do what you need to do. Anything that you do to spite them or to get back at them, retribution or what is that called? Revenge, that just makes you just like them. It makes you just like them. Even though they did something unspeakable, and I'm angry too for what was done to me. But I'm not going to be them. I'm not going to resort. I'm not that. I am not a witch. She's a witch. I'm not. I'm not going to act like that. There's a difference between, there's class here. This is a lady, right? You don't want to be that ugly person. So let it go, because it's making you sick inside. It's stopping you from focusing on the joy in your life. And then do what you need to do to remove yourself from them permanently. Slice that sword down. And then clear the energy and move forward. I am even-tempered and I am emotionally well-balanced. See? There's this and there's this. I've been this. I've been really angry. Right? It doesn't feel good. It starts infecting my readings. It starts infecting my life. I don't want to hold that anger. I don't want to be you. You know? I don't want to be you. You think you're so beautiful. You're an ugly, evil, cold-hearted witch. I don't want to be that. You think that you're big, larger than life. But you're small compared to me. I look small. I'm in the distance. But you are a very small person. And if I were to act like you, I would become a very small person. And I don't want that to happen. So I am evenly tempered and emotionally well-balanced. I am at ease with myself, and I am at ease with other people. I don't have to feel and be on the defense. I don't have to be. I hold on to the light. I know who I am, right? Without a doubt. If you're asking a question, without a doubt. Wow, I know what I'm hearing in my head. And the question, they just asked me a question. They just asked me a question. The person that's connecting with me just asked me a question. Was it her? Yes, it was. Your best friend? Yes, that's who it was. Okay. Without a doubt. So, right now, commitment. Somebody has let you down. They've disrespected you. They have interfered between you and another. Someone that you wanted to make a commitment to. So now you need to sit down and have a talk and clear this communication up. And be at ease with yourself by being your true self. He's dressed in blue, which is speaking the truth. Clearly the table is open for discussion, is what I'm getting. And if you go in with an even temper and emotionally well-balanced, you tell yourself, I am evenly tempered and emotionally well-balanced. Anything that you need to do or speak about is going to go better. Make a commitment to yourself. Maybe this is a business arrangement. I make a commitment to be truthful, above board, and everything on the table. The song that meant a lot to me. All cards on the table, all showing hearts. Everything out in the open, where you can see it coming from a place of love, right? Their third eyes are both highlighted. Now, they could be, as I said at another time, they could be communicating this with each other just like I am right now, right? We're not in each other's physical presence. But there is a commitment there. Consider what and to whom you are willing to pledge yourself. Your logical mind may take you elsewhere, but what does your heart consent to do? Honor this resolve. Because you know what happened before. Maybe that's the problem. That's the problem. Yeah, well, when I met this person, this person has always shown themselves to be this angel of light. And in the end, they ended up being a witch. They betrayed me. They lied to me. They manipulated me. They hurt me. That's why I have a hard time with commitment. But look at her and look at me. My hair is golden. This person is in the shadows. Watch what this person says, how they act. What is their lifestyle? What is this person's lifestyle? You need to, it can't be words. It has to be, how do they treat other people? How has your history been with this person? Now, sometimes, and from what I watched, which was pretty horrible, because of jealousy, somebody that was a friend, a mother, lied and manipulated. But you know what? That hasn't been a secret. Because if you look, they've done this before to other people. Maybe it didn't affect you before because it wasn't done to you. But when it's done to you, all of a sudden it's quite bright. Right? Now it's really loud. Now you're like, okay, now I see it because now they've done it to me. So find yourself observing. Be the observer. How do they live their life? They can talk a good talk, but are they walking their walk and talking their talk? I watch this guy in my dreams, the brother, puts out a good show. Right? Great actor, puts out a good show. I wouldn't say a great actor. An actor puts out a good show, talks the talk, but does not walk the walk. And I even got that in my dreams. And I watched him go across the street, and he got down off of his pulpit where he was preaching, all this positive stuff. And then he bitched and complained and was talking shit behind everyone's back. And I said, wow, that guy does not walk his walk and talk his talk. That's not cool. People are gossiping and cutting other people down. People that want to be in the middle of gossip, they're dying to know the latest, right? People that are talking negatively about their husbands behind their back, or and who are cheating on their wives, and men who are like checking out women and making disgusting, lewd comments, or women that are flirting with guys online. Watch what people do. You'll know who they are. And as far as making a commitment to your even to your business. Even if this is a business partner, well, it's not personal. Okay, that guy cheats on his wife regularly. He goes and gets hookers, right? Regularly. You know what he just done. You've been there. He's hitting on young women all the time. And you want to be in business with him? Yeah, but that's his personal life. No, that's him. That shows you that person's character. If that person's going to do that to his wife, don't you think he's going to do that to you? Wake up, right? Without a doubt. Okay. The box of dreams. Shoot for the moon, right? Set your sights higher and believe that you deserve it. Advance confidently in the direction of your dreams. And live the life that you have imagined, and you will meet with success in unexpected common hours. out of the blue, wonderful things will happen. I can't wait to see what's going to happen to me today when I go to Old Town. I'm excited. Okay, soulmate. Yay, this is one of mine. Okay, it's undeniable. You have a soulmate. This one that you're speaking of, yes, this is your soulmate. First message I got. There is a rainbow that is promising good things after the storm. This lotus, she's coming up out of the lotus flower. Do you know the lotus has to come up through the mud? They reach for the light, but they have to go through the mud to get there. So it has been a hard-won thing. But if you keep your head to the light, things will be illuminated. Pay attention to your intuition. Pay attention to your dreams. You are connecting with your soulmate in your dreams. Yes, you are. Feel that energy. And you know what? You need to talk to your soulmate out loud. When I do Reiki, I say, babe, open up, I'm channeling you. Right now, I was mad and I was angry and I was confused, and so I didn't want to give a name, but I just said, Father, fill me with confidential love. Confidential love, I like that. Confidential love. Confidential love, I like that. Not everybody has to know. Keep it a secret. Ooh. So, fill me with healing, unconditional, loving energy. And I said, open up, I'm channeling. I said, my spiritual twin, I want you to open up, I'm channeling you. Whatever you need right now, this energy's coming through. Allow it to heal you, allow it to feel you, fill you up, give you courage, give you strength, calm you, clear away the calcification in your third eye, anything that's come against you in a negative way that's trying to bind you. That healing Reiki energy is going through your body, just like this, going through your body. You can do this with your loved one. You can ask the Father to fill you with love and share. See how she's got her arms thrown back in her chest like that? I have a video, and I do that. It's this picture, and it's the woman standing like this, and the guy is in front of her, and the energy is coming from her third eye to his, down his throat, out his heart chakra, over to hers, and it keeps going around and around. That energy going around and around. You can help heal a situation between you and your soulmate. You can send love between you and your soulmate. Your soulmate doesn't have to be a sexual partner. It can be a parent. It can be a friend. You know what a soulmate is. Now, I'm not going to go to the negative because soulmates, we've already talked about karmic soulmates. I don't want to talk about karmic soulmates. That's a karmic soulmate. This is the one that needs to be cut away, okay? This soulmate makes you feel like you've just burst out of a lotus flower after all that shit you went through. They make you feel like the sun is shining on you. That's how you feel when you're in the presence of this soulmate. It's alive. It's love. And when love calls you, you go. She's leaning up to pull me, take me. That's what she's saying, right? She or he. Lean into it. Because right now, someone is calling they're pulling you. That's probably, when I sent that out, my soulmate felt that energy. This energy, it's being answered. She's calling out to her soulmate, and it is being answered. Because somewhere right now, there is one in search of you. And their heart is full of longing, just like yours. And right now, you may have that longing, but very soon, you've come out of this. Very soon, that rainbow is a promise of good things after bad times. And you hold your head up to light, and you feel that vibration. You say, let me feel that vibration. And you do meet with this one in your dreams. Okay, I got chills all over my body. All over my body. That's a confirmation. If you are with your soulmate now, you can do this. You can energize this, and you can tighten this connection by doing all the things that I just said. Right now, however, just know that your beloved is loving you too. The energy between you and your beloved is mutual. Feel that energy. Yay. Yay. I want you to feel my vibration. We are vibrating on the same frequency. Even we're not in each other's presence, we are vibrating on the same frequency. You were born to create. Look at this dragon with this giant green egg, green love and healing, and all the sparks coming from it. And he's on fire. You were born to create. There's a spark of creativity within you that is asking, begging to come out. You have the ability right in your hands. Look at that. It's exploding in your hands. You have that gift. I wish the light wasn't shining on that way. You were born to create. You have. Embrace the seed of sexual energy. your sacral chakra. Ignite it. See the colors of the rainbow going into your seat of sexual energy and your creative spark. Because you were born to create. You need to activate that with all the rainbow colors. Activate all of your chakras. You can do this in your mind. You can mentally start creating now. My hands are starting to prickle right now. Be aware of your power and of what you do. Because we can create chaos. We can create, this one can create chaos. I told you, people have gifts, right? I have gifts. I can make things happen. I can make things happen, but so can she, right? She creates chaos. I create love and light. So be very careful about what you send out into the world and what you create and what you're a part of and who you align with. Be very, very careful to create beauty and inspire others to do the same. Spirit wants you to do what you were born to do, why you came here, what makes you happy, what delights you. You have that ability. I know that old negative patterns no longer limit me. I let them go with ease. Right on. Right on. You don't want any of that bullshit. You want that. We're walking away. We're walking away from that. Who wants that? We want that. And we have the ability to create that. Each day is a new opportunity. Yesterday's over and done. Today is the first day of my life. Every day when we get up, every morning we get a chance to make a new choice, to look at life in a different way. We can focus on the negative, we can focus on the positive. We can sit there and feel sorry for ourselves, we can be a victim, we can be angry, we can be upset, or we can find something to be happy about. Find something that is good. There is something that's good in your life. Focus on that. Don't regret taking that step because you're carrying around all of this baggage. I'm glad this picture came up, which is really weird that it came out since we just got it. But this came up today in a reading that I gave a year ago, and I gave an example. I had my convertible, which I've sold now, and I loved my convertible. I called the convertible my mermaid. It was me. It was a reflection of me. And her body was in great shape. She had a little dent in the back, and where she had been rear-ended. Think about that. Somebody had rear-ended me when I was trying to drive. And the convertible top, because of the sun beating down, constant pressure, it had started to fray at the top. But when you took the convertible top down and you looked at her, she was gorgeous. And I said, when she sat there with the top down, and I'm laughing because I'm remembering being somewhere, and I was actually wearing this particular top. It's funny. And I heard in my head, she's beautiful. She's so sexy and beautiful with her top off. But when she puts that top back up over top of her, all you focus on is the flaws. Now, there's two ways of looking at that. There's a gorgeous girl, right? With her top off, she looks beautiful with her sitting there with her top off. But when you put her clothes back on, she looked raggedy because it wasn't, you know what I mean? All you saw was the body. Great, you can go buy boobs anywhere, right? You can go buy boobs, get a skinny girl, always been skinny, born with the skinny, the skinny body, but then she goes and gets the big boobs, and she walks around like that. She sits there with her top off. Yeah, she looks great, but she puts her top back on, she's looking raggedy, She's not all that. Or the other way. I saw her sitting there with her top off, and I thought, why do they have her sitting there with her top off? Because remember I heard I'm Aquarius, and I started thinking I'm the Queen of Swords. You think about covering yourself up, when you allow yourself to be open and vulnerable, instead of sitting here with your arms folded across your chest like this person is covering themselves up. They're worried that they're going to be hurt, right? So they come from a combative place. They're covering themselves up. You can't see the beauty of who they are. But when they allow themselves to take their top off, take off the covering, then you can see they're open and you see it's like removing the wall, right? You're behind a wall. Nobody knows who you are. But if you take off this covering and we can see the beauty of who you truly are, your authentic true self, that's a good thing, right? So I'm sitting here looking at everything we're talking about. You're talking about your soulmate coming to life and you loving each other. And that there's an opportunity. Yesterday's over. Please don't dwell on the past. Please don't drag around this what happened to you guys. Regret. Don't cause what happened in the past to stop you from taking the steps forward to that. Because things happened. You have the ability to change things. You can take these steps. The worst regret is wishing you had done something and not done it. You didn't do it. I wish I'd gone on that date. I wish I'd moved to that place. I wish I'd taken that job, but I didn't. You know, your life, all of a sudden you're 50 years old and you didn't do it. Wow. Well, you still have time. Your life's not over, right? So sit down and think long and hard before you want to pack it all in. Don't regret. Now, the other message too, if you dwell on what's the same message? If you dwell on missed opportunities, you have an excuse to live in regret and avoid new challenges. Everything happens for the best, so step up. Great opportunities abound. Now, what needs to happen here is there are things in this bag. There are things that happen, and you do need to address them, right? I watched somebody walk around. I watched somebody in my dreams walk around, show these giant fake boobs, and they called her Pink in my dream. And I was like, why is she walking around naked? But breasts are confidence, power, dominance, control, depending on the situation. This person is feeling insecure. They're feeling exposed. They're feeling like they don't know if they want to go forward. They're carrying a lot of baggage. So they're hesitating moving forward. And Spirit says, you know what? Okay, we have to look at what's there. We do have to address what has happened. But you have the ability to create something new, right? There's a new opportunity because yesterday's over. We can't redo yesterday. But every day we get an opportunity to step forward. Now, I saw something else in my dream the other night. I was talking to you guys about how please don't push somebody to drink alcohol. You know, if they have issues with alcohol, please don't push drugs on people, and how important it is to get out of the toxic environment, right? Even though you've done really well and you've been doing good and you've been staying on the clean and narrow, then your old friends called you up when you went back and they invited you out and you caved. You caved under pressure. Wow. You got to get out of that environment. You've got to go to stop doing things that you regret. Stop saying, I said I was going to stop doing this, but then I get around them and I can't control myself. Well, then you're not around the right people, because if they loved you, they wouldn't encourage you to do that. And what I watched was, do you have any cocaine in there? No, I'm a Pez dispenser. Okay, I know what that means. That's pharmaceutical drugs. No, don't go there. Don't regret. You got a lot of baggage. Create your future. Take the time to feel the love that surrounds you. Check it out. Don't feel bad about yourself. Your soulmate's loving you. They're calling you in. Feel that energy. And if you don't have a soulmate in your life, and we're not talking about anyone, you feel that energy coming down you from Spirit. And recognizing that you get the opportunity each day to come up out of the darkness. Every day, you can stay in the darkness or you can manifest change into your life. You can drag around that old baggage from the past, from that beautiful, gorgeous witch that you thought was so beautiful. You thought she was an angel and she ended up being a witch. Cut that away. Cut it away. Deal with it. Speak the truth, right? Stop being so paranoid about the whole situation. Don't feel like you have to become like them. Recognize that you are protected and you can come out of the shadows, that you are accepted and loved just the way you are. Don't hold on to this anger and let it fester. It's keeping you locked in a prison of your own making. It's time for you to communicate. It's time for you to communicate and make a commitment to yourself. Take the time to feel the love that surrounds you, without a doubt. Communicate clearly with Spirit what you need. Tell yourself, I am even-tempered. I am emotionally well-balanced. Until you believe it. I am at ease with myself. I am at ease with people. Until you believe it. You have unlimited potential. Yes, you do. I keep thinking about that song. I never thought I'd let a rumor ruin my moonlight. I've got potential. Yes, you do. And you always did. And that person never said you didn't. That one did. So stop giving this one power. Move forward into your new life, even if it's just dating for now. Move forward. Embrace the love that's waiting for you. You are the magician. You have a higher self that's incredibly powerful. Listen to your intuition over the next few days. Stop keeping yourself in a situation that's creating hell on earth. Focus on the light. Go ahead, see light going into that situation, but then walk away from what's not in your highest good. Manifest the life that you want, because it's waiting for you, without a doubt. Treat yourself with respect and care and tenderness. And if you need to be treated like a flower, gently, and you need some babying right now, there's nothing wrong with that. Everyone that goes through difficult times needs to be cared for gently. My daughter just had major surgery. Her other mother-in-law, I have to work here, and she has dogs, and I've got cats, so I got to take care of them. Her dad's girlfriend is staying with her to help her because she can't do everything for herself yet. Doesn't mean that she never will be able to, and it doesn't mean there's anything wrong with her. She had surgery. Well, sometimes we have emotional surgery, right? Sometimes we have spiritual surgery, and we're in a position where we're feeling very fragile. So then you need to have somebody in your life that knows how to care for you. Somebody that knows how you work and how to work with you, right? Think about that. I know the crystals that you can use to work through this situation. There's people that would give you a drug, and then there's somebody that would show you, no, there's a different way of doing that, right? There's a more healthier alternative. So do what's in your highest good. I got to plug my phone in. It's dying right now. So hold on. I'll let you guys look outside. I got to get out. I haven't gone anywhere today. It looks like it's not so hot, but I'm sure it's really hot. And I always forget to give myself a plug. So if you would like help with dream analysis, if you would like a private reading done, if you would like to purchase, it's on the table, a ceremonial sage wand for cleansing and blessing and clearing, which is awesome. I've done a lot in my own home. If you would like to purchase a crystal cluster done for all your specific needs, whatever it is that you're trying to manifest or deal with, I make crystal clusters. It's fun. I love working with them. Go to my website, www.theangelswhisper.com, and my email address is sherrycolumbus@yahoo.com, SherryColumbus. It's all one word. Contact me on that, because after you've made your decision about what it is that you would like help with, because I answer those immediately. So for some reason, I don't get the information through from the other site as fast. I don't know why. All right, I think that's it. I'm parched. Is there anything else I needed to talk to you guys about? Take it easy. It is Sunday. I'm gonna go to Old Town, walk around, have fun. I'm gonna walk my walk and talk my talk. Because I haven't gone anywhere. I haven't done anything, and I'm tired of not going anywhere and doing anything and waiting for someone to go with me. So I'm gonna go alone. So go find the fun, right? Go look for it. Have a beautiful day. We'll speak again soon. Love you guys. I doesn't want to say goodbye. What, am I supposed to say something else? Maybe we're supposed to have a song. No, that's too much work. There's a message. The bells are ringing. Bells are ringing. What? What? Okay, I don't know what they're trying to tell me. Hold on. We are in retrograde in a week. And Mars is in retrograde. There's a lot of planets in retrograde. But when we're in Mercury retrograde, people from the past come back. Situations from the past, just like I watched the other night. Be very careful. If you have come through a difficult time and you're doing well, maybe this will help somebody before it happens. Because what I watched old friends that were druggy friends came and persuaded somebody to go with them, and the person fell off the wagon. And after all that work, so be careful. The ones that are coming back into your life, oh, hey, let's go, come with us again. They're used to that. They don't know that you're not like that. And don't be afraid to speak and say, you know what, no, it's okay. I'm not doing that anymore. Please stand up for yourself and speak your truth. We're going to have a lot of people coming into our lives, and we have to be, it's more important that we take care of ourselves than, making someone feel bad. It's what it is. When we awaken and we ascend and our lifestyles start to change, people start vibrating out of our frequency. I think about that song, I'm not where I'm supposed to be. I hope that you're missing me, because it makes me feel young. I'm vibrating right out of your frequency. Don't do that. Don't vibrate out of the frequency of the good ones. Vibrate out of the frequency. And he says, all my friends, I said goodbye to my old friends. And then my new friends, we smiled at party time, and then we soon forgot to smile any other time. So all they did was party. And so now this person has got addiction issues, and they're saying, I'm not where I'm supposed to be. I hope you're missing me. But what the person was saying is they're trying to find, if you go into the true story of the song, the person is trying to go back to a time when they remember things where it was fun, when it was happy. I vibrated right, because everything got so heavy, everything's got so dark. And I hope you're missing me. I'm not where I'm supposed to be. Chills all over my body. I'm not where I'm supposed to be. I hope you're missing me. You're vibrating out of my frequency. And you're not, clearly, because my whole body is totally electrified right now. So get where you need to go. Get where you need to go. And stay away from where you shouldn't be. Don't vibrate out of the frequency of what's in your highest good. Don't lose something that you want because of the negative associations around you. Be very, very careful. Don't sign any contracts if you can help it. It'd be best to do it before. I think it goes into retrograde on the 7th. It's just not a good idea to make sign contracts on Mercury retrograde because it's kind of like it's a review planet. So unless you're only planning on being there for a year, because it'll come back up again. So different things you want to be aware of for Mercury retrograde coming. Also, don't worry and don't panic about Mercury retrograde. It's actually a time of review. It's a time when we start thinking about things. And hopefully what I watched in my dream was somebody thinking about what it was and where they were and where they are now. And that they don't ever want to go back to that again. Look where I was. Look what happened. I took one bite of that bottom feeder and look what it did to my life, right? You don't want to go there. So it's a time of review, how far you've come, how far you need to go, what do I still need to work on. Is there somebody in my life that I need to reach out to that I haven't spoken to in a long time? Yes, clearly my body keeps getting electrified. Are there people that need to be cut out of my life? This is the time for you to think about that and take it into consideration. So it's a positive time. You don't have to be afraid of it. It can be a really exciting time, right? I'm looking forward to seeing somebody I haven't seen in a really long time. That would be really, really nice. I would love that, right? There's a really happy positive for Mercury retrograde, somebody coming back into your life. Okay, now I'm going to say goodbye and see if they'll let me go. Bye.